Hi guys, my name is Elena and I'm going to be showing you guys how to delete personal information off of your credit report in 24 to 48 hours online. All right, you guys, let's get into the video. First thing that you're going to want to do is go to Experian. So you're going to need to go to all three of your bureaus. So you're going to want to go to Experian, go to Equifax, go to TransUnion, log into it. It can be the app. Experian's the only one that has an app, but it can be for the other two, it can be just the website. So go onto the website and log in, create an account if you have to. Once you log in, go all the way to the bottom. So scroll down all the way to the bottom till you get to this section. Click on Help Center. Okay. Just want to make sure I cover everything. Okay. So once you click on that, you should be here. This is what your screen should look like. Now there's going to be a button here that's going to say File a Dispute. Click on that. All right. So you see this purple button right here that says Start a Dispute. This is where you're going to start your disputes, okay? So if we click on this, loading. Okay. If you click on that, you're going to see all of your options here. So at the bottom, it's going to say personal information. You're going to want to click on that and dispute any personal information that is not yours. So whether it be an old address, whether it be a name, a job, a phone number, any of that. Now, specifically with Experian, you cannot dispute names. You have to call in. And so with the names, it would be anything that is not your name if it's spelt wrong, if it is your last name and then your middle name. If it's wrong, you need to dispute it. Okay. Keep it simple. If it's not your name, dispute it. Let me think. Okay, so with the addresses, make sure it's an address that you are receiving mail at, okay? If you live there and you receive mail, keep that address on there. Now, if you're not receiving mail from that address, you need to dispute it, okay? So if you are trying to dispute an address that is attached to a open account, it's gonna let you know. Now, if it's attached to an open account, leave it there. Don't mess with it, okay? You don't want to run the risk of getting that account closed because you're closing an account that is tied to that, or you're disputing the address that's tied to an open account. So just leave it there, dispute what you can. Most of the time you know if it's attached to a open account because it's going to pop up with a message. If it doesn't, it's just going to say next, click on that. The reason that you want to use is I've never lived here, okay? So just click on I never lived here and start the dispute. Now, once you dispute this, you're going to have minimum 30 days legally. They have to respond within 30 days from your dispute. Um, like I said, this is usually done within 24 hours. It's pretty quick once you do it over line. So I would say no more than 24 hours. You should see an update. 24 to 48 hours is the perfect time. Now, in the case that you don't, give it 30 days at least, and you can come back into the dispute center and check on your dispute to see, what's going on and if it's still under investigation or whatnot. Okay. Um, A lot of the times, I also wanted to bring up a lot of the times I've also seen people score, for some reason, their score boosts once they get rid of all the personal information. So, the old personal information. So, I would really recommend it. I seen my score. I personally just did this to see if it worked or not. And I see my score boost up 9 points from deleting two addresses. So, I think, in my opinion, that was pretty good for just addresses. So clean up as much as you can because it will boost your score. Um, and then a lot of the times, the most important reason that you want to be removing these old addresses is because sometimes these old addresses can be attached to the negative items. So like the collections, the charge-offs, things like that. They can be attached to that. So from you removing it off of your credit report, it makes it harder when you're actually in the dispute process for them to verify the account. Because if you don't remove it, all they have to do is come back to your credit report, they'll see it on there, see your name, and then it's verified. But if you delete it, they are not able to verify the account most of the time. So it's really important that you get rid of all the personal information as soon as possible before you go and dispute negative items off of your credit report. Okay. Um, I think I pretty much covered everything. So for the phone numbers, you want to make sure that you're just for the reason you want to just set inaccurate. Those are going to be for the two other bureaus, so TransUnion and Equifax. You can't do it on Experian. You have to call them. If you have to call them, you can just dispute everything over the phone and let them know everything that's not yours. Um, Another thing with the jobs, make sure you're updating your jobs. You only need one name, one address, one employer, and one phone number on your credit report. So if you have other jobs as well, go ahead and get those removed because those jobs as well can be attached to the negative items like the collections. So just when you're disputing the jobs, put the reasoning for inaccurate. And then the addresses are going to be never lived there. And then like I said, with the names, if they're wrong, dispute those. You can't dispute it on Experian, you have to call. Um, but yeah, and another reason why it's really good to dispute your all of your old addresses and just the personal information section is because a lot of the times when you're going to apply for things online, so you're going online, you're applying for a credit card, if you have a lot of different names, like personally, I've seen people have like 10 different names, 10 different addresses. That doesn't look good to the lenders, okay? They're going to see that you have all these different names, all these different addresses, and they're going to be alarmed and they might not approve you off of just your personal information. So it's really important to get it there, like cleaned up as much as possible so you only have one name, one address, one employer, and one phone number. You don't want to have a lot of stuff going on in your personal information. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Now, if you were able to delete items off of if you were able to delete the personal items off of your credit report, let me know down in the comment section. That would definitely be very helpful. And if you did enjoy this video and you found it to be informative, definitely subscribe and also like the video. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be posting another video in a few days on how to dispute and how to like read your credit report properly so that when you're going and disputing, you know how to read your credit report so that you know how to dispute those items off of your credit report. So stay tuned, y'all. Stay tuned. So yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.